Today I'm going to run you through how we treat ankle pain or someone that might come in and present with limited range of motion through your ankle. So this will be a good treatment for if you've had a lot of ankle sprains and turned your ankle over quite a bit or rolled it the other way. So we're just going to show you how we treat the ankle in a full treatment. So we're going to first of all focus, if you come down a bit close here, Jez, so we're going to focus where this tibialis anterior comes in, and then so we're going to treat down close to the ankle to start with, and then we're going to treat up into the fibular head as well, because it can quite often get blocked up here. Then we're going to move the leg around and get it in different angles. We're also going to treat through the back and treat through soleus and gastrocs and around through the back of the ankle here, because it can quite often get blocked around the back. And then we'll get Dolph standing up and going through some dynamic stuff as well. All right, so come in and watch. So we're going to start right in here. So tibialis anterior comes down and runs into the top of the foot. So quite often this muscle gets pretty locked up if you have had a lot of sprained ankles. So we just want to work on clearing it out while that muscle's relaxed there. So we're sinking in nice and deep and looking to clear it out. Really hooking into that tendon. A lot of people who struggle for range of motion through here, they often feel like there's a block in here in their ankle and they just can't feel like their ankle can move properly. So we want to get in and connect with this area and open it up, because sometimes they've been told previously that their calves are really tight and that's what's restricting them, where it's actually been a block at the front of their ankle that's actually helped them get more range. Good one for the thumbs here, good workout. So just going to slowly work up the shin there. I'm not going to work all the way up, so we're just going to work the distal tendon here, and then we're going to work the one up the top as well. So we don't really need to work through the mid belly too much. We might do one or two through there, but we're going to focus mainly on the tendons and the attachments. So now I'm going to move a little bit more to the medial side. If you can see that, I'll just roll him out so you can see there, Jez. So sinking in, just around there. So we want to get all the ligaments as well that come in and attach through the ankle there. So if you've had a lot of sprains, there will be a lot of trauma to that area and also the ligaments on the outside. Yeah, there's a good spot in there. Clearing that up there. So we're just finding wherever the person might present with pain. So Dolph might have said more through the medial side. So we come around here and we'll get in. I'll use that thumb there. No, we'll go that way so you can see. So sinking in there. And then we can trace it around to the other side. We can also hit these while he's standing up and get some more dynamic sort of movement through there as well. Dolph's played a lot of footy and basketball in his day, so he's probably sprained a few ankles in his day.
A lot of landing on feet.
So he can continue to work through there. We'll also come around and treat through the outside as well. So he's starting here and just tracing around this ankle bone here. So you can quite often get a lot of sharp pain through here with this treatment. Tracing around, stopping wherever I might find some blocks or wherever Dolph might say, yeah, that's a bit sore, so we can just pin a spot. And we can start to clear it away as well. So we want to try and create more space around this area. There's a lot of fluid built up. If there's been a recent sprain, push up into that. Clear it away down into the foot.
Jesus.
Can be a pretty brutal treatment, but it is really effective.
lot going on in there.
Lot going on in there.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so now we'll move up and treat the top here through tibialis anterior and perineals, so sort of where they attach around the fibular head here and up high there, just below the knee. So sinking into those tendons, there's normally a nice trigger point just down from here a little bit that can send pain down to the ankle.
Oh.
Any referral there or just pretty
Yeah,
local?
yeah, it's going down to
Yeah.
to here. Oh.
We'll give the thumb a rest and I can get a bit of a bigger tool in there now. So we'll sink in the elbow.
Easy, big fella.
So sped this up a little bit. I'll probably go a little bit slower in an actual treatment, but we just want to show you the main stuff that we're going to work through so you get an idea of what a treatment would look like. So yeah, if you're someone that struggles with range of motion through your ankles when you're squatting, this treatment can be really effective for you, or lunging if you have done the knee to wall test and you feel like you don't have a lot of range through there. This will be the treatment that will help you out there. So really unblocking through the front of the shin and ankle.
Oh yeah.
Now we can just get Dolph to even start to do some gentle activations, bringing up and then straightening out there. Yep, coming back up. It's a bit of a pin and stretch here. And relaxing down there. Come out, we'll come a bit wider and get the perineals. This is normally another pretty nasty spot here.
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, good one.
Yeah.
So you can even see the perineals here on Dolph, they wrap around under. So again, if you've had a lot of sprains, that muscle there is going to be really stretched, especially if you've turned the ankle out that way. There's going to be a lot of sore spots through this muscle. Yeah, particular high here, a lot of people can get a lot of sore spots.
Oh.
How are we going there, Dolph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Need this.
Yeah, feeling a few sore spots in here. Bit locked up.
Oh yeah, it's referring down.
That's referring down. Yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah. We'll release out of there. We'll get Dolph to bend the foot down so we can get it flat on the table. This way we can just treat it in a different angle. So we're going to come in and we'll get that perineal tendon there.
Oh
They're
yeah.
coming behind the ankle.
Yeah.
And then we're going to trace it around. Change my hand. Oh, there's a good spot.
Chase.
Yeah, we're into it there.
Ah. Ow.
Yeah, you can quite often feel quite blocked at the back of the ankle here. Oh, stop running away from me.
Just take it easy.
Nah.
Oh. Ah. Oh.
That's
bit of
it.
curry down there.
Bit of curry down there.
Ah.
That's it, deep breath. Keep going through it. So you don't want to lift up. So that's a good sign that we're in the right spot.
Oh, Jace.
Good pain, Dolph. It's good pain.
Ah. Oh.
Ankle's gonna love me later.
Oh. Oh. out of spot there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh.
Clear it away down
Oh.
there.
Oh.
And we'll come back. We'll get, again, we get different angle now that the ankle's put up. So we can push in here. Oh, get that same spot. Bit of a flick there. We can even trace all the way out the top of the foot. Go with a bit of a palm out there. So yeah, there's pretty much no rules with this. We can go wherever we find those tension, tight spots. A lot of people who struggle to spread their toes because they're stuck in shoes all day. Particularly if there's someone who wears a suit and they've got narrow shoes on, their toes will be really, or their foot will be really compressed and they can't actually spread their toes. So we'll also do a bit of this treatment as well. So get down and clear some of this stuck tissue in between the toes here, which can also be causing pain up in the ankle. Trace it out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Around again, sink in, we'll trace back around this way this time.
That was so good, that line, Jace.
Down the toe? Yeah. Up there, so we can push up into the bone, scoop it away. Always trying to clear it away from the bone. Come down the outside of the foot. Alright, so you get a bit of the idea there. So we could continue to do that longer. So now what I'll get you off to do is I'll roll over, we'll treat a bit more through the back of the foot and the ankle, and also through the calf. All the way onto your stomach. So. Calves on a lot of people are normally pretty tender, so you sort of don't want to spend too long on this treatment. So we're going to do a couple of broad strokes and then get stuck into it, because we don't want to be hanging around and smashing this calf for 20 minutes, as it can be a pretty brutal treatment. So we'll sort of do the broad one here. So this is like palpating, finding where the tight spots are, so I can go back and hit them and deal with them and then move on. Yeah, sometimes you hammer a calf and it just feels like you've been kicked by a horse. So it can be pretty brutal, but feels a lot better after. It's really selling it, that one, isn't it? You've been kicked by a horse, but the next day you'll feel $1 million.
Stay away from the back legs.
Yeah. Alright, so there's normally a nice trigger point and a money spot, as we'd refer to, right here in the junction. So there's your soleus, gastroc, head, so they all meet here. So there's always a good junction point in here that we're going to hit. Sink in, and right there. It always tends to be a bit more towards the outside. There's a lot of people when they run, and if they're in shoes, they'll sort of heel strike but land more on the outside of their foot, and so that shock will go more up through the outside of the calf. That's another thing, if you're doing a lot of long distance running and constantly wearing shoes with big padding on them, quite often that can contribute to ankle pain, because if you're landing on your heels a lot, that's going to be causing a lot of jarring through that ankle, foot, and even up to the knee and hip and lower back, and sort of flow-on effect. But particularly, you're not going to be able to feel it through your ankle. So if you're landing quite heavy, overstriding, landing on your heel, that's going to be causing a lot of extra impact through that foot. So another way to train is to mix it up and do shorter distances. Ideally, get your shoes off and do some barefoot running. So go to a grass oval somewhere, or if there's somewhere it's grass near you, go and run shorter distances. Try and focus on more higher speed work, because that way you're going to run more with pure biomechanics rather than plodding along and being quite heavy, and when you tend to run further, you tend to sort of overstride, where when you're running more max speeds, you're finding more pure biomechanics and more pure movement. And barefoot, it teaches you more to land on your forefoot. So rather than landing heel striking, because if you are heel striking barefoot, you will feel it a lot more. So you sort of retrain your body to land more fore and midfoot, so you land on the ground and have that spring. And that's a lot easier to do at higher speeds. And it's just another way to train your body so that you're not just doing that long, repetitive, same distance. So yeah, there's always a few good blocks in this area here. I hope you can see there, Jez. Oh yes, good Dorf, deep breaths. We could also give it a bit of 100% treatment right here. I reckon you'd love that. If you haven't seen, jump on Patreon to watch Dorf cry.
Doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much. Let's see if we can. No, we won't do it today. Alright, so then we can come down and again get more through the back of the ankle there. So if someone gets a lot of pain back here, we can move down,
Easy, Jess, easy.
clear it up. I'm going easy, mate, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sensitive behind the heel there.
Yeah, it can be a pretty tender, because there's not a lot of coverage there. It's pretty much straight onto the tendon or onto the ligaments. So you don't have a lot of muscle coverage in that area. So yeah, we can pretty much just trace wherever you're feeling pain or feeling blocked, that's where we can go to clear it out.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, as I said before, there's no rules to, oh, we won't treat there. Sometimes I've had someone who's had pain down here and we smashed down that part of the foot, she got up, no pain. Had it for a couple of years. So, no rules with this treatment.
No rules.
No rules. Find the pain, find what's causing it. Clean first, build second, that's the rule. Get rid of the dysfunction and then start the corrective exercise and strengthening from there. Alright, so you get the idea there. We'll get Dorf standing up there. You can probably come back around here, Jez. So we'll get through a bit more dynamic. So this is a good way to, if Dorf feels it in a certain position, we can get our thumb or whatever we need to in there while he's actually moving through range of the motion of the ankle. Just there, so starting relaxed for now, so we'll sink in. Hopefully you can see there, Jez, and then we'll just get Dorf slowly going through a bit of a lunge, so taking his knee forward. Yep, just over the toes, and then straightening back up. So just moving that knee forward and backward. Yeah. That's it. And we can, as he's moving, we sink up in, hold there. I can trace around, push up, come down, find where those blocks are.
Yeah.
Dorf might say, I feel it more restricted around the outside, so I can keep tracing around. And then I'll get him to lunge there. So take the knee forward.
Yeah.
You want to clear those blocks.
This is a bit of teamwork, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of teamwork, getting guidance from Dorf where he feels it,
Yeah,
so he can actually hit the spot.
Yeah.
Because we want to treat this ankle once it's under load. So a lot of people, like, you can treat him on the table like I did before, but you also need to get him in load because that's where they might feel it more so. They might not feel it on the table, but when you get him up and moving, the ankle goes through different ranges, so you can sort of push into different areas and different little nooks and crannies open up. Good, lunging there again. Yep. And we'll get you to turn the face that way. So again, we can come around the back of the ankle, get the thumb in the back. Yes. And now slowly lunging again. Open it up, open it up. Good man. Good, deep breaths. Get into that range. Oh yeah, I can feel his blocked.
Oh jeez.
And coming back. Coming back, coming back. Good man.
Oh yes.
All the way back?
All sorts of gypsies in there.
All sorts of gypsies.
Oh, Chase! Oh.
Keep going, lunge forward. Last bit here, man. We're going to smash it. there we go. Look at that. And coming out there. Alright, so there's a bit of a speed up treatment, but if you're someone that suffers ankle pain or you've had a lot of sprains or just struggle with range of motion through your ankle, book in and we'll help you out with this treatment. Thanks.